It's very fitting because, of course, it's Customer Appreciation Month, and if there's one person that appreciates his customers, of course, it is you, Jay. It is, to say a loyal fan following is truly an understatement. But this is your life. This is everything.
You know, and here again, you know, like, it's so weird how you start out in life. I started out, you know, to be a veterinarian, okay? And then you end up here. So you start here and you end up there. You know, life is a strange road. And it's really funny because that was a passion of mine and this was a passion of mine. And then this just turned into, I just grew arms and legs, and it's just been really a wonderful adventure, and it still is a wonderful adventure. I just spent 6 weeks traveling. Literally, I went around the world. I've got a few surprises for you, but I spent a lot of time in Africa, and oh man, it was just such a wild trip, you know, and I just get flashbacks because I know that in a year from now, you're gonna see all the efforts of my trip.
Right.
So,
no,
but
exactly.
it really, and that's just like this material, okay? Here again, okay, this is what it's called gray plume.
Brand new.
It's brand spanking new. It's the first time you've even got to see this material. This is a really, it's all natural. It's natural color. It's got the little dendrites growing in it. It's almost like a platinum. It's not really, you know, we're calling it gray, but it's more even a platinum. There are grays to it. It's a very unique color. And again, this is something that's going to be a go-to piece. It comes with, this is 47 inches, so it's almost 4 feet, okay?
It's long.
So if you took this and you stood it up against my my grandson, who was just here from Britain, it's taller than him.
How old is he?
He's going to be 6 in a month and a half.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, and he's just incredible. I can't understand him either. I can sit here and talk about some of the funny things that he says and how they view things, and especially how Brits view things different than Americans.
Sure.
You know what I'm talking about, right? So it's really fun working with you, okay? Because I live this dual life, but it really is different, isn't it? It's very, very different, and it's fun. It's fun.
But you spend time over there as well, don't you?
We live. My wife and I live there from May to October.
Okay.
Of course,
during the good weather.
You know what? People ask me all the time. You know, where do you really live? Because we live in several different locations. I said it's a little town called Samsonite, and that's my community. So my wife goes there from May to October, and I visit, okay? But I'm not a citizen, so they only allow me in they're very strict about that. You know what? They only allow you in there for a very short period of time.
Very strict, Jay.
They are hugely strict.
Very strict.
Every time I come in, they look, and they actually add up the days that I'm only allowed 90 days during the whole course of the year.
They know your name, JK.
I think I'm on the radar.
Well, this is on the radar as well. We're down to the final 500, 47.5 inches. When you look at this, you see the blacks, you see the platinums, you see the grays, you see the charcoals, you see that black and white look that you can double up or wear long. This is such an easy, effortless go-to, and that's probably the reason why it is resonating so well. Jay, we want, you know, and you must have seen this, especially since 2012, that I think a lot of people now are gravitating even more towards genuine gemstones because we want quality for our money.
Well, and I think what people are really getting to see, and you know, one of the things I see in the market, it's not like I have a lot of time to tootle around, but I do travel the world, okay? And there are times when I transition and I go to areas, you know, where I have to overnight or whatever, and so I even go to these, you know, I see what's really hot, like even in Dubai or something like this, and I'm talking like these are high-end stores, right?
Right.
And you see what's out there, and it really, in a way, it kind of pumps me up because I go, you know what? We kicked that way over the moon.
Sure.
I mean, they don't even have anything close to what we're doing. They don't have the materials. And this is the cool thing about mine finds. Do you understand that, okay, in most cases, this is a perfect example. Okay, this material, this gray plume agate material, okay? Have you ever even seen this before?
No.
Has anybody ever even brought this? I have this amazing, unique opportunity to go out and create my own market. Yeah. So I can, but you know, one of the biggest things that I run into, and this is really crazy, but this is the biggest thing I run into. I go to the miners, first thing out of my mouth, what do you got that's new?
Right.
Do you know what they show me the same things that they've been mining now for 10 years that you know that I buy, you know, they're good stuff. It's things that they mine, it's things you buy. And how I find this kind of stuff is I walk back there and I walk through and I say, well, what is this? And they go, I don't know, my cousin brought it. You know? But they say that in 100 different languages, okay? So I'm not saying they speak English. And then once I figure out that their cousin brought it, then we go into the process of what is it?
Right.
Where did you find it? Or, you know, what's really crazy is I go to these markets and stuff. I'm really into like local cultures and stuff. I really truly mean that. I mean, when I go to a country, I like to learn it. You know, some of the greatest mine finds I've ever found them, you know where I found them? In a market where somebody had made that material into a Buddha, a giraffe, an elephant, an ashtray, whatever. And then I sourced it, found out where they got the material. But we have the ability to bring those materials that you'd never see in jewelry before, if you never even ever thought about it. And we're able to do that and bring it to the market. So it's a blast, it's fun, it's cool.
And I have another question for you as well, Jay. They just want me to tell everybody about what is it we're